Hello guys, my name is Dilip Dwivedi and I'm from English Arena. Now this is going to be a grammar lesson, and in this video I will talk about the passive voice. Okay, I will talk about the passive voice, and this is the first video. This is the very first video of the passive voice series. Very soon you'll see lots of other videos, so you're going to learn a lot. What you need to do, you need to stay tuned and you'll learn everything related to passive voice. Okay, so if you're ready, we can start. So the first one is, what is a passive verb? What is a passive verb? So guys, before we talk about the passives, let's discuss the active first. Okay, we need to have better understanding what is the active sentence. So guys, when we say that what the subject does, we use the active verb. Okay, and when we say that what is done to the subject or what happens to the subject, there we use the passive verb. Okay, let's take an example first here. So active, I'll write a sentence over here. Okay, so let's say Rahul helped Neha. Rahul helped Neha. Here my focus is on Rahul. I'm saying what Rahul did. What he did, he helped Neha. All right, so my focus is on Rahul. Rahul is the subject of the sentence, and this sentence is about that what he did. Rahul helped Neha. So in this sentence you have the subject, you have the verb and the object. Okay, now what is object here? What is object? So when a subject, a doer, performs an action, and the other word that receives the action, that is impacted because of the action, that word is actually called the object of the sentence. All right, so here Rahul is subject. You can also say the doer, because there's a verb, you have the verb and you have the doer as well. You have the person who performed the action, so we call them, this is an active sentence. The focus is on the doer. All right, now let me just write down another sentence here. If I write, now this is an active sentence, right? This is an active sentence. If I write Neha was helped by Rahul. Now the meaning of the sentence, both of the sentence, the meaning is same. The only difference is in the first sentence. In this sentence right now, my focus is on the doer, the person who performs the task, the person who performed the task. Right here my focus is on the person who was impacted by that, who received the action. Okay, who received the action. So now this has become the subject. Of my sentence, and this is the passive verb. Okay, here I'm not talking about the person who did the job. I'm talking about a person who was impacted by that job, a person who received that. So there we use the passive form. So normally when we convert the active from, when we convert the passive from active sentence, like when we convert passives in active into passives, the object of your active sentence becomes the subject of your passive sentence. Okay, that happens. All right, and we use this if you want to introduce the agent. If we want to say that who actually did the job, then we use preposition by and then the name, the name of the person. So now this is the passive sentence. Okay, we'll say that this is the passive sentence. All right, okay, so I think that this is very much clear. Now let's talk about some basic information. So guys, with passive verbs we use the past participle form, right? The third form of the verb, the third form. So let's say if I say give, gave, given. So this is the past participle form. Here we use given, right? Or writes, wrote, written. So we use written. Or play, played, played. So we use the third form, played, right? First. Second thing is that, guys, we normally do not make the passive forms of present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense, and future continuous tenses. Okay, and future continuous tenses. All right. So now another thing is that we need a transitive verb. We need a transitive verb to formulate a passive sentence. If the verb is intransitive, we would not be able to formulate the passive sentence. Now let's talk about what is the transitive verb. What is the transitive verb? So guys, a transitive verb is a verb. A transitive verb is a verb that denotes an action. That denotes an action which passes over from the doer or from the subject to the object. Okay, so that is the transitive verb. Let me just write down this example again. Rahul helped Neha. Here, let's talk about the transitive verb. So I said that transitive verb is a verb which denotes an action. This is the action which passes over from the doer, from the subject to the object. Okay, right? So here this verb helped is transitive. Okay, this is actually the transitive verb, and Rahul is subject and Neha is object. So we need a transitive verb. That means we need an object. Or we need to actually make the passive sentence. Okay, so yes, this was about transitive verb. Now let's talk about the formulation. How do we make no, before that we need to talk about the usage. When do we use the passive forms? So guys, the first usage we use passive form when the doer is unknown. The doer is unknown. Let's take an example. Lots of money was stolen in the robbery. So you really don't know that. Who stole the lots of money. No, you don't know that. The doer is unknown. You really can't say that somebody stole lots of money. I mean, that's okay to say that, but normally we don't say that. So what do we say that? We say that lots of money was stolen in the robbery. So the doer is unknown. Second, we use passive forms when the doer is well known. We need to talk. We don't have to talk about that person. Everybody knows about the doer. Okay, let's take an example. The thief that you were talking about. He was arrested yesterday. So who arrested the thief? The police. It's a well-known answer. So you don't have to say that the police arrested the thief. Okay, you simply can say that the thief was arrested yesterday. Right. Next, when the doer is not important, let's take an example. I get up at 7 a.m. and before I get up, I want my room to be cleaned. Right? So I say that I say that my room should be cleaned before 6 a.m. My room should be cleaned before 6 a.m. So here what I'm talking about, I'm concerned with the cleaning. I'm not concerned with the person who is going to do that job. That has nothing to do with me. The doer is not important for me. So these are the situations. Like there's one other situation when we use this passive form is that when we want to be more logical, or no, we want to be more coherent, when we want to connect our sentences logically. Take an example here. If I say that Think and Grow Rich is a self-development book, and it was written by Mr. Hill. Right? Now, rather than saying it was written by Mr. Hill, if I say that Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is self-development book, and Mr. Hill wrote this book. Now is here my first sentence, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. The first sentence is related to the book, and my second sentence, Mr. Hill wrote this book. My second sentence is related to actually Mr. Hill, not to that book. So basically I'm just, right, it doesn't make it doesn't make good logic. So the logic would be that the right sentence, the right just to make it more coherent, what we can say is that we can say that Think and Grow Rich, a self-development book, and it was written by Mr. Hill. It was written by Mr. Hill. All right, so it's more logical. Okay, so these are the places. Now let's talk about some of the example. If I say like simply that English grammar is taught in English arena, that's a passive sentence. Is taught, we use is, are, am, then the third form. Or simply say that an FIR was registered. An FIR was registered against him. An FIR was registered against him. Or many people are killed. Many people are killed on road accidents every year. Or let's say that why these information are not shared with me or not shared with me. So these are all the passive examples, right guys? All the passive examples. I hope that you found this video good, informative. If you really think that the video is nice, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. And one more thing guys, if you really want to improve your communication, if you're struggling with the language, then I would suggest you that call on this particular number. Okay, you can join my class. Okay, my classes are available online and offline. Anytime you can join my class, and my classes will help you to improve your communication. Thank you very much, and bye for now.